What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised.
Everyone who thought fashion and law don't go together, Legally Blonde proved them wrong. The cult film led to a hit sequel, and now Legally Blonde 3 is in the works. The best news is the cast will be back in its original form. Well, almost. Without any further ado, here's everything we know about Legally Blonde Part 3. Where is Reese Witherspoon? Reese Witherspoon started her career back in the 1990s, and back then, she was one of the most popular Hollywood actresses. For a while, she seemed like she would stay on top of the A-list celebrities for a long time. She won an Oscar and a Golden Globe for her performance in Walk the Line in 2005, and ever since, the actress vanished. To be more precise, her career is not that strong as it was before. In 2001, Witherspoon starred in the movie that would completely change her life, Legally Blonde. Witherspoon played Elle Woods, a blonde popular girl who decides to go to law school the moment her boyfriend breaks up with her since he was looking for someone, more serious. The first film featured Witherspoon's Cruel Intentions co-star, Selma Blair, in the role of Vivian. Luke Wilson plays the boy Witherspoon ends up with as she comes up with a few realizations during her study on Harvard. Legally Blonde was everything a good high school teen movie needs in every way. A good sense of comedy, amazing storylines, perfect casting, and of course, plenty of drama.
You need to have evidence?
Meaning?
Meaning you need...
Legally Blonde success. Because of its originality, Legally Blonde and Legally Blonde 2, Red, White, and Blonde, were practically the hits we grew up with in the early 2000s. When the first Legally Blonde movie was released in 2001, Reese Witherspoon's career bloomed, and the film itself made over $141 million in box office sales worldwide. Back in the 2000s, sequels were not that common, but the producers of Legally Blonde seized the opportunity and created Legally Blonde, Red, White, and Blonde. Because Legally Blonde is often referred to as one of the best teen high school films ever, the news for a threequel was not that much surprising. Interestingly enough, we're going to see the third film almost 20 years after Legally Blonde 2 was released in theaters. Now let's dive into everything we know about the very anticipated sequence.
We'll find harmony and love in the Snap Cup. Okay.
Legally Blonde 3 release date. Yes, a release date for Legally Blonde 3 has been confirmed. In a virtual Legally Blonde cast reunion with Witherspoon, Jennifer Coolidge, Paulette Boniface, Selma Blair, Vivian Kensington, Jessica Caulfield, Margot, Matthew Davis, Warner Huntington III, Ali Larter, Brooke Taylor-Wyndham, Holland Taylor, Professor Stromwell, Alana Ubach, Serena McGuire, and Luke Wilson, Emmett Richmond. It was confirmed that Legally Blonde 3 will be released in May 2022. This is 2 years after the project was first announced. The production of the film was supposed to start in 2020, but because of the pandemic, the producers had to postpone it. The writing team. Per Deadline, Mindy Kaling, famous for her role in The Office, and Brooklyn Nine-Nine co-creator Dan Gore will be writing the script for Legally Blonde 3. Mindy is known as a producer in the film industry as her comedic touch into perspective is often praised by critics. Kaling and Gore's version isn't a makeover, nor are they doing touch-ups. Rather, their screenplay will have an entirely new, fresh spin. Deadline stated. In July 2021, Kaling said that the writing team was still working on the first draft of the script. She also said that the most challenging part of the film so far is capturing the voice, and praising the great moments from the previous two films. To be honest, the first film had many moments that were good, so we still can't even though it's been 20 years since its release date. Remember when Elle appeared in a bunny costume at the party, and she clapped back at these two? Well, that's our favorite moment, and yes, we still love her costume. What is your favorite Legally Blonde moment? Let us know down in the comments section below.
Oh, Libby just told me the news.
Oh, she did.
Never underestimate a woman with a French manicure.
Reese as a producer. Fun fact, aside from the lead role, Reese will also serve as one of the producers of Legally Blonde 3. With the production company Hello Sunshine, Reese is set to produce the film with Mark E. Platt and Adam Siegel. Hello Sunshine is also the company that created Big Little Lies. Now, according to Deadline, the third film's focus will again be on empowering women. The subject is essential today, and the film is likely to give a view on how female empowering is important for women to live safe, fulfilled, and productive lives. In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Reese said that the third installment of the series will be so much fun, so full of fashion, so full of awesome feminist ideas. It will be global, it will have animals, it will have returning cast members, and so much more.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Ah, there she is! Guys, she really did it.
Legally Blonde 3 cast. As we previously stated, Witherspoon is definitely coming back to play Elle Woods in the third installment of the franchise, But what's even better is that many other actors from the original films are going to return. So far, stars that will make an appearance in the film are Jennifer Coolidge, Alana Ubach, and Jessica Kaufel, reprising their roles of Paulette, Bonifant, Margot, and Serena Maguire. Luke Wilson is hoping to return as Emmett Richmond, husband of Reese Witherspoon's Elle Woods in the film sequel, Legally Blonde 3. Luke Wilson announced that he would return for Legally Blonde 3 if his co-star and on-screen wife Reese Witherspoon asked him to. Legally Blonde featured a story in which Elle Woods' enrollment in Harvard Law School was in the center. Then she tried to win her boyfriend back after a breakup, and in the 2003 sequel, Woods went to Washington, D.C. to work for animal rights. Elle fell in love with the lawyer Emmett Richmond, Wilson, and in the second installment, Wilson was also a teacher's assistant for Professor Callahan at Harvard Law. His role in the film is quite big and important, so we should definitely expect him to come back.
We can't wait to see them all.
And the Statue of Liberty. Everybody, these are my Delta Nu sisters.
Elle Woods is a 40-year-old. According to Mindy Kaling, we're going to see Elle Woods as a 40-something. In an interview with Access, co-writer Kaling revealed that the third film is likely to feature Elle in her 40s. Kaling also said that she's really excited to see what people will think about her perspective on the character, and according to her, Elle would be really fun in her 40s. We also need to mention that despite the fact that Legally Blonde 3 is now scheduled for a 2022 release, Kaling said that filming has become really difficult now that there's a pandemic and the release date can be changed any second. Let's hope that it won't happen. And when it comes to those favorite moments we've mentioned before, Kaling made sure to mention that yes, the third film will of course find a way to remember them. Bend and snap is forever, Kaling said. We definitely have a lot of fan favorites from the original.
What are you doing here?
Wedding research.
What?
Legally Blonde 3 plot, feministic perspective. So what exactly made Legally Blonde so popular? What was the unique thing that made this film stand out from the rest of the film classics that were released at the same time period? Well, it's quite simple. Affection for the film's characters and storylines is mostly what makes Legally Blonde a timeless classic. Most importantly, the film has been remembered so well that Ariana Grande's Thank You Next music video referenced Legally Blonde. The movie's story focus might seem a bit odd. Elle, after all, is a strange heroine, a heroine we rarely see in films. The rich, blonde, popular girl is usually the villain, not the protagonist. Still, her journey toward fulfilling her true potential made this film feministic. Back then, people had no idea that Elle Woods would become and stay the feminist icon we were in need of. According to an interview The Hollywood Reporter did with Witherspoon, Legally Blonde 3 will be full of awesome feminist ideas. One thing is sure, it will be fun to see how Kaling's writing will present Reese's character. What do you guys look forward to seeing in Legally Blonde Part 3? Let us know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed our video, make sure you subscribe to our channel so you never miss any of our videos in the future. As always, thanks for watching.